2 people are dead after a head-on crash here on US 27 in Jessamine County.
Plenty of excitement out here at Commonwealth Stadium yesterday as the Cats got their season underway, but there was a surprise before kickoff as a drone crashed inside of the stadium.
And police in northern Kentucky hope surveillance video will help them track down a thief.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
A Nicholasville road is back open after a deadly wreck. You're watching WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Just after 1 today, officers say 2 cars crashed on US 27 near the Dish Barn. 2 people died, 3 are at the hospital. Garrett Weimer is live in Jessamine County with our top story at 6. And Garrett, I know you just spoke with police.
Kristen, I did, and they say it's something that they hate seeing. US 27 has just opened back up southbound here in the last 10 minutes or so. Southbound lanes were closed and northbound was open only to 1 lane after that crash this afternoon that killed 2 people. It happened around 1 o'clock, as you said, and according to police, a maroon Ford Explorer was heading north when it crossed the center line and hit a tan pickup truck head on. The coroner tells us the drivers of both cars were killed. 3 others inside were taken to the hospital. One man who works nearby told me the crash sounded like a cannon going off. It was so loud, he said. Police diverted southbound traffic onto Catnip Hill Road. Northbound traffic was backed up as cars made their way past the scene of the accident while crews investigated the crash.
This is a tough situation, a busy holiday weekend, lots of traffic, lots of people out, and again, we don't know what caused this collision, so it's way too early to tell in this investigation, but anytime we have a loss of life involving a traffic collision, it's one too many losses.
Police initially said the road would be closed for about 5 hours, and that estimate was just about right on the money. You can see behind me the scene is now clear and US 27 here is now fully open. Live in Jessamine County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. The coroner is not yet releasing the names of the victims. A drone dropped down inside a packed Commonwealth Stadium this weekend. A UK spokesperson says a student was flying it when it crashed on the suite level of the stadium just before last night's game. Tonight, WKYT's Hillary Thornton is talking to university leaders about the rules on drones.
Excitement in the air as a sold-out crowd of nearly 63,000 Big Blue fans filled the newly renovated stadium.
It was a great atmosphere, and I think Commonwealth Stadium more than lived up to everyone's expectations, and on balance, everything went really well.
For the most part, everything going as planned for the stadium's big debut. However, just after this special landing, there was an unexpected entrance into Commonwealth.
Shortly before kickoff, which is around 7 p.m., an unmanned aerial vehicle or drone crashed into the southwest corner of the stadium.
UK spokesman Jay Blanton says police were quickly able to find the operator, who he says is a UK student.
They had seen it in flight, I think, before the crash occurred, so they were able to talk and confront the owner about what had happened, which was inappropriate. It should not have been there.
University officials say that student flying the drone was out here in the parking lot when it crashed onto the deck outside of the suite level inside of the stadium.
There are a lot of rules about drones right now, and regulations are evolving, but one rule is pretty clear and unambiguous, and that's you don't have it in around the stadium on game day at game time. And there's all kinds of things that can go wrong, and that's a clear example last night of what happened. And you had a full stadium shortly before the kickoff. The drone clearly probably got away, which can happen. And something bad could have happened, and we're fortunate that it didn't.
In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
UK police have been talking with the drone's owner. They're not yet sure if they'll charge or cite him. They do plan on deciding what to do later this week. We have an update tonight on a child abuse case out of Laurel County. Deputies say an infant is still recovering from life-threatening injuries. Deputies arrested the child's mother, Bessie Sizemore, and cousin Michael Henson Friday. Both are facing child abuse charges. Right now, deputies say the baby is temporarily blind and suffering from a broken rib and head trauma. Deputies also took a 2-year-old living at the home to a hospital in London for what they think are similar abuse-related injuries. Police in Flemingsburg are releasing images of an overnight burglary in the hopes you'll recognize the man walking up and down the aisles. The theft happened overnight at Ken's New Market. WKYT's Sean Moody is at the store with the surveillance video.
The managers here at Ken's New Market are still trying to figure out exactly how much this guy got away with. Flemingsburg police say this is the second time he's hit the store.
There are all kinds of people coming in and out of Ken's New Market at noon on a Sunday. But outside those business hours, it's usually pretty quiet. Not last night. Flemingsburg police say this man broke into the store between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. There are several surveillance cameras in and around the store, and video shows him in the cigarettes area behind a counter. They say he also stole groceries, including toilet paper, paper towels, and food. Store manager said that man got in by breaking through one of these tall windows at the front of the building. Police think this is the same person who broke in back on August 14th around 5 a.m. That time, they say he took cigarettes and steaks. You can't tell much about the person because of the gloves and the mask, but police think he's about 5 feet tall to 5 feet 4 inches tall.
And the manager told me he's just glad that nothing happened while customers were inside the store. In Flemingsburg, Sean Moody, WKYT.
That manager is still trying to figure out just how many items the man stole. Danville police are trying to find the man who robbed a hotel overnight. They say someone with a gun walked into the Hampton Inn last night and demanded cash. A second employee, we're told, startled the would-be robber when they showed up for work. The man took off without any money. Police say he was wearing black pants, a black hoodie, and a blue bandana across his face. Supporters of the jailed Rowan County clerk are gearing up for another rally protesting a federal judge's decision to put Kim Davis in jail. Yesterday, hundreds of her supporters gathered outside the Carter County Detention Center. Last Thursday, a federal judge found her in contempt of court for refusing to issue marriage licenses. Organizers have planned another rally for Davis this Tuesday outside the jail. Presidential candidate Mike Huckabee is expected to attend. We just can't seem to break this summer-like pattern. The heat and humidity look like they'll be sticking around for the rest of the holiday weekend. Mike Linden is also tracking the chance of pop-up showers.
Well, that's right, Kristen. We are still dealing with all of this moisture in the air. It's been another humid day in the bluegrass, and as a result of that humidity, we're tracking some pop-up showers and thunderstorms over portions of central and western Kentucky. We'll zoom in a little bit over close to the Boyle County area, but just pay attention to this area here along the BG Parkway. Going toward the Woodford County area, you can see these storms with just a little lightning within them, bringing some heavy rain at times. They are continuing to move south, but they're seemingly popping up out of nowhere. That's just the pattern that we are under. This is a loop over the past several hours, and you can see how those storms are trending west and to the southwest as they continue to move away from central Kentucky. Very similar to where we saw those storms yesterday at this time, and we will just continue to stay under this pattern into your Labor Day Monday. So coming up in a few minutes, I'll break down these steamy conditions, whether or not they're going to stick around, and what we can expect to deal along with that humidity. The good news, Kristen, is once we get into this week, big changes will get here. It looks like we'll just have to work our way to that point. I'll show you how things are going to get better coming up in about 10 minutes.
We have an update to a story we brought you last night at 6. A woman arrested in connection with the death of a UK graduate admitted to Dallas police she planned on robbing the victim. Police say someone shot and killed 35-year-old Dr. Kendra Hatcher in the parking garage of an apartment complex in Dallas, Texas. They've arrested Crystal Cortez. Cortez told police she worked with a man to rob Hatcher in exchange for $500. Cortez is facing a capital murder charge. Lexington police officers made a quick arrest in an overnight shooting. Investigators found a man shot in the leg surrounded by a large crowd around 1:30 this morning in a parking lot on Winchester Road. They took him to UK hospital. They say the gunshot wound was non-life-threatening. They're charging 20-year-old Antonio Dwayne Simpson with wanton endangerment, receiving stolen property, and possession of a handgun by a felon. Also in Lexington, on Parkside Drive, firefighters worked very fast to keep a car fire from spreading. The owner of the car told crews he was working on it outside of his detached garage when it caught fire. Crews did save the garage from extensive damage. They were not able to save the car. No one was injured. Police in northern Kentucky are trying to figure out what led to an inmate's death. Deputies moved the woman from the Campbell County Jail into the Kenton County Detention Center Friday. Police say she was in a cell with other inmates who told officers there was something wrong with her. She went to the hospital early Saturday morning and died later that day. Police say her death does not appear to be a suicide or an assault. And in Harlan County, police are looking for an inmate they say escaped from a hospital. 21-year-old Joe Johnson was in prison for fraudulent use of a credit card, theft by deception, wanton endangerment, assaulting a police officer, and several other charges. Police say he has brown hair, blue eyes, weighs 180 pounds, and is 6 feet 8 inches tall. At the time of his escape, he was wearing white pants and a white T-shirt. State police are still searching for an inmate who walked away from the Bell County Forestry Camp. Investigators noticed 40-year-old James Chad Cowles missing a little before 7 last night. He's a white man who's 5'9", 160 pounds, with brown hair and green eyes. He was serving a 23-year sentence for burglary and theft. Right, the future of a new Kentucky theme park is in limbo. The Daily News in Bowling Green reports Funtown Mountain Park overlooking Interstate 65 is no longer open. Police arrested its Louisville owner, Will Russell, late last month during a traffic stop. They charged him with driving under the influence. Russell opened Funtown Mountain Park in June.